You feel good though.
Man, I always feel good.
Yeah, I feel last.
John Cena, 16-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, former Money in the Bank, former everything. He's done everything. He is the WWE. Never won the Intercontinental Championship. Worth noting. But he is the WWE. He was the poster face of the WWE, and that's why him leaving the WWE could be so insane. TMZ busted out some news on the living superhero saying he's definitely been noticing his age and has really considered stepping away from the ring for good. Like, seriously.
I think an individual's career is up to the individual. Been having the same conversation with myself, and I'm only 42, but it's something we got to address each day, and that's individually specific.
Can you imagine John never stepping foot in another ring? Like, retired, done, finished, in the Hall of Fame? Which obviously doesn't mean anything, because, you know, Goldberg, but still, can you imagine a WWE without John Cena? Because you might have to. While he's never going to step away from the company itself, he most certainly could from the ring. I mean, why not? You've taken your bumps, you've made your money, and yeah, there's always more money to make, but at some point you got to look in the mirror and realize that you just aren't able to go anymore. But Cena is not at that point. Certainly not at that point. Not even close, I'd say. But you'd way rather be approaching the future with that kind of attitude than be looking at your past, wishing you'd have hung up the boots. And I don't want to bring it up, but I have to bring it up, because I mean, come on, you guys. You all watched Super Showdown. You all saw that main event. Wow, what a main event. Maybe Cena looked at Goldberg versus Undertaker and thought, while I absolutely respect the hell out of these two legends, I do not want this to be my legacy. And maybe he's serious. Maybe that's really where his mindset is. I think that's not only entirely possible, but also pretty admirable. I mean, besides, Cena's certainly found enjoyment through other ventures, and deservedly so. WWE runs a tough game. You're working pretty much daily, putting your body through absolute hell, and then you're traveling to the next town to put it through hell all over again. With his recent signing up to Fast and the Furious 9, maybe John's finally hit the point where wrestling isn't his primary source of happiness. Maybe it happened. Maybe John's perfectly content with never stepping in the ring again and just acting, doing a little hosting on the side, and occasionally popping up on Monday Night Raw to pop the ratings without actually lacing up his boots again. While WWE is certainly not fine without him, we know the WWE. They wouldn't be fine if they had 10 John Cenas and a creative team that actually knew what to do with each and every single one of them, because at the top of the mountain sits Vince McMahon, and he'd find a way to kill 9 of those Cenas and make the 10th one clean up the bodies, because he can ruin anything. And hey, speaking of some of the issues within WWE, that opens the conversational door to the new branching life out there in the pro wrestling world. Companies like AEW and New Japan are setting fire and showing legitimate alternatives that actually reward long-term investment. An idea that shouldn't be impressive. It should be a given for any company whose last letter stands for fuck all entertainment. Does John Cena never wrestling again spark issues for WWE in the landscape that wrestling's in today? It's possible, but those are questions that only the future can answer, honestly. Or Future the rapper, but he's not in the studio right now. So John Cena's walking away. And you know what? I'm cool with it. Respect to Big Match John. He earned that nickname like literally no one in this business possibly could. He earned the nickname Big Match John by literally being in every big match for a damn decade and a half. He earned it, alright? And while I'd absolutely respect the decision to end the career here, I'll admit it, I'd like to see a few more matches out of the guy. I mean, dude, come on. He just became really great in the ring 4 years ago after 15 years at the top, and you're just going to take him away from us now? That's kind of lame, John. That's kind of lame. Number 9, killing the Great Khali. This is kind of fucked up. During a Falls Count Anywhere match at One Night Stand 2007 for the WWE Championship, John Cena had the Great Khali in the worst possible position he could possibly be in. They were up on a crane or some shit. Not on top of the crane, the top of the actual crane, but the base of the crane. But it was still really high up, and they were above the ramp, basically. And Cena just, goddamn, he went for it. He got Khali up for the AA, and he chucked that big Indian boy right over the edge.
Cena hamstring for John Cena. Can Cena execute? Oh, my God! Cena! Look at Movito!
See also throwing Batista through the ramp off, I think it was a car. That sounds right. While also sounding goddamn psychotic, John. What's wrong with you? Number 8, killing Batista with duct tape. Okay, maybe the act itself isn't too insane as in psychotic, but what I'm going for here is trying to get you all to see just how fucking stupid and yet incredibly hilarious this is. It's insane. During the Last Man Standing match, John Cena literally just outsmarted the entire fucking company, and he did it with duct tape. You know what they say, duct tape can fix anything, and goddamn, they were serious. Cena got Batista's legs caught up in the turnbuckle and just literally taped his legs together. What kind of fucked up Saw-like mind game even is that, John? That's disgusting.
This is brilliant if John can pull this off. Cena with duct tape. You guys realize what this means? Cena's hard tying Batista.
Number 7, fucking up JBL's limo. Bad boy alert. Bad boy alert. This would be a lot cooler if I had one of those obnoxious megaphones Max Mofo always uses. Damn. Anyways, John Cena was at his peak thug face during this exact segment. During SmackDown, Cena came out to piss off JBL by bringing out his limousine and just fucking destroying that poor car. Crime Time helped out with the spray paint and baseball bats, and all in all, it was a bad day to be a Bradshaw.
Could you please help JBL ventilate his windshield?
Oh, no, you're kidding. No!
I would say by the great state of Louisiana, this car is up to code. What do y'all think?
Number 6, killing Umaga. Choking a man to death is not okay, John. It's just not okay. It's especially not okay when you take a broken ring rope and literally wrap it around a dude's neck and choke him to death with your STF submission. That's like actual murder. This is the literal killing of Umaga. Well, almost. He died 2 years later, but I have reason to believe that those events are connected, damn it.
With the STF, what the hell is this? A choke! It's legal! It's all legal! Cena choking!
Number 5, the fact that he was a thug. Think about that, you guys. Just 13 years ago, not too long, 13 years ago, the big poster boy of the entirety of the WWE, the company babyface superhero, he was literally just a fucking thug. He wasn't a white dude who rapped. He wasn't just a wannabe piss-off. He wasn't just some random ass. He was portrayed as a thug. The doctor of thugonomics, in fact. And that's always going to be bizarre to me. Always.
It's time for John Cena to step up and break through. Every time you people see me, it should be a freaking pay-per-view.
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
Number 4, spanking Stephanie McMahon on live television. What? What? So not only was he a rapper, not only was he a thug, not only was he John fucking White Boy in the pumped up Kicks Cena, he was a goddamn pimp too. He slaved away Stephanie McMahon, daughter of infamous crime lord Vincent Scarface McMahon, and pimped her out in the middle of millions on live TV, performing various sexual acts on her for the pleasure of everyone in live and personal viewing audience. Nah, he just spanked her on TV once. Oddly, that feels just about as bad as the pimp scenario, though.
Oh my God! And he did! Oh man!
Number 3, killing Edge. My favorite TLC match of all time sees Edge take on John Cena for the WWE Championship that hangs above the ring. Well, how do you get that title? The L in TLC stands for ladders, which you can find outside the ring, and they're used to climb up and grab the title and bring it down to safety. In which case, you win! Unfortunately, the T in TLC stands for tables, which Edge found out the hard way when he went crashing through 2 of them stacked on top of each other, and oh, he was thrown off top of a ladder too, which probably hurt a fucking lot.
John, don't do this, John! Good God Almighty!
Number 2, pissing on a grave. That's right. John Cena isn't just taking the piss out of the entire WWE roster on a weekly basis. He's now literally taking a piss on WWE TV. Unsurprisingly, this was during his Thugonomics of Doctor run. Interestingly enough, this was during a weird little feud with The Undertaker. As we know, Mr. Taker is a well-known spooky individual. Did you know he's also undead? Well, where do the undead reside? In graves. This is all really stupid, but it's the only logical conclusion I can come to as to why John Cena found himself in a literal cemetery pissing on a fucking grave. That man gives no shits.
Word life.
And number one, what's your favorite food? This poor kid, this poor innocent fucking kid. All he wanted to know was what was John Cena's favorite food, and he found out the wrong way. During a little Q&A with the Bella twins and their muscular former world champion boyfriends. By the way, John Cena and Nikki Bella just broke up. What? Anyway, a very young male fan asked that very question, and John Cena took the time to prove that once again, yes, he is a bastard. Cena's response to this poor kid, this poor, sweet, innocent question, the simple question of what is your favorite food, by saying that he would need Nikki Bella to stand up to show him his favorite food. Really, John? Joke about eating pussy, thrown at a 10-year-old. You're a dream killer and a piece of shit, John.
What's my favorite food? Well, if I were to have Nicole stand up this time, I couldn't show you.
And those are 10 of the most insane John Cena moments of all time. What do you think? Let me know on Twitter at DWickedYT or in the comments down below. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Comment down below what you would like to see next. And as always, make sure you share this with at least 4.5 people